Why, hello everyone. It's been a minute. Little kids be kicking my ass. It's amazing the power that something a 12th your size can hold over your life. Oh my god, my daughter has just been rocking me. Well, happy hump day, as always, happy hump day. Good to see you guys once again. Oh man. It's nice to be back. Nice to be back. So, tonight, got some hopefully good stuff for you. This last Epoch character is going fantastic. Fantastic. But, it's not what I planned it out to be. So we're gonna try to get the item that's central to the build and make it actually do what it's supposed to do. And then also there's a big Doximity, which is kind of like a physician salary tracking outfit. They did a big survey on physician compensation, so we'll talk about that too. Yay! Well, hopefully y'all have been enjoying the post-match era, those of you who participated in that, and the Diablo 2 era. I think everybody got to be in the beta for that, right? Hopefully so. Hopefully you got to check it out. I did. I enjoyed myself. We can talk about that a little bit too. That's some fun stuff, man. It's sort of a golden age for action RPGs these days, right? There's a whole bunch of good ones. Last Epoch and Path of Exile are both kind of the, you know, quality-wise, at least the market leaders in my opinion. But there's a whole bunch of good options. Diablo 4 is coming out. There's Chronicon. What else? Undecember, I think, was kind of like a pay-to-win thing, but it looks pretty. Man, I can't think of a whole lot, but I know there are other ones that are quality games too. And Grim Dawn, of course. Grim Dawn's a great action RPG. So yeah, if you like that genre, which I certainly do, it's a good time to be alive. Good time to be alive. Oh man. Oh, my camera's it's a little wonky from... We had parent-teacher conferences, so I had to sort of swivel it to fit my wife in. And it's got such a narrow scope that it's pretty tough to, you know, get everything that you want in the field of view. So, yeah, good times. Good times. Let's get Discord out of the way, shall we? Oh, you know what? I need to go here. Oh no, my daughter just woke up. Fuck. Oh no, she's supposed to be asleep for like hours. That's not good. Ruh-roh. Well, this might be a real brief stream. Well, it's good talking to you guys. Shit. Oh well. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe she can just get nursed down, but we'll see. We'll see. No, that's not the one that I want. I want screens. And that screen. Go live. Sweet. Rock on. Now I get to forget that this is connected and stay live in this channel for the next, like, 4 weeks or so. Perfect. Just how we drew it up. You're just screaming while being out to sleep. Yeah, that happens too. That does happen. Oh man, fucking babies, dude. They're a nightmare. They are a nightmare. Oh man. So let me clue you in to my pain. I'm muted? Oh no. For real? I see the audio inputs capturing. Interesting. Now that I don't know what to do about. Let's see. All good? Oh, dude, you're just fucking with me. Were you muted? Did you have your speakers muted? You're telling me I'm muted. Oh, you're killing me, man. I've had so many audio issues. You can't do that. That is not fair. Not fair at all. So the item that I am looking for in this game is called the Harbinger of Stars. It was a bug on your end, okay. And so the Harbinger of Stars is one of the new uniques that got, so Last Epoch got a big patch 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. And it's like, it implemented multiplayer and was a huge content patch. So it's like gigantic patch. So this belt is a new release. You can see here that it's, I don't know, you can probably see this. It's kind of small, but basically it's cast on crit meteor. So I have a critical strike character that's designed to like cast a ton of meteors. And as you can see here, this is supposed to be a common drop. So I've been in here and done these. This is the node that you're supposed to do to get that belt. I've done like over a dozen of those because I had a really quiet call on Sunday and I just like played this for probably like 9 hours. And I did a bunch of these. I got a grand total of 0 Harbinger of the Stars belts. Hey, good gosh darn, what's up, dude? How are you? Happy Wednesday. It's good to be back. Did you, I know Bingbot got into the Diablo 4 beta. Did you try that out this weekend? Oh no. Oh no. The kid's apparently going nuclear. I may have to attend to this. Shit. Ruh-roh. Need a hand? Yeah, I was happy. I did not play the second beta weekend, Diablo 4 beta weekend. I just chose to play this instead. Basically, I feel like I got my fill the first time around. I got a character to like 23, my sorcerer. Don't see yourself sinking hundreds of hours into it. Yeah, I think I'll probably get through the campaign at least like once or twice. I mean, I feel like I'll probably play a sorcerer through, and probably a necro. I'll probably do both of those. But yeah, I can't see the end-game loop holding much water, to be honest. Like, I think the dungeons are kind of boring. That's probably the weakest part of the game, honestly, which is basically the part of the game that you don't want to be weak, because that's what's going to retain all your people. So, yeah. I mean, I think the game itself is super atmospheric, and it's really pretty and captures that, like, dark, you know, evil that Diablo's really been, you know, kind of made the brand famous for. They gotta do a better job. Yeah, they really do have to do a better job. I mean, that's what, I mean, I know it's not really like a true action RPG, but it's close enough, right? It's kind of supposed to be. It's got that, you know, it's kind of like 60-40 MMO and action RPG. Jeez, my wife is blowing me up. Yeah, camera zoom out would have been nice too. Actually, that didn't occur to me, but yeah, for sure. Does my gaming table have a screen in it? No, no, it doesn't. But I didn't think of that. It'll have a screen attached to it though. I plan on broadcasting board games, so, dude. Oh, the UI is terrible. For those of you who haven't played Diablo 4, the UI in it it's like, off the top of my head, it's probably top 3 worst UIs I've ever seen. It is super cumbersome, really difficult to get through. There's no explanation for like what things are where. Yeah, it's real bad. It's really bad. Yeah, I think they actually did make the game primarily with console in mind, honestly, and it shows. Even though I bet you like a solid 75% plus of people are going to be on PC playing that. So, yeah, I don't understand a lot of the design choices they made. I also feel like the skill tree is just weird looking. Like, I know that it's, you know, like the Diablo 2 skill tree isn't really functionally much different. You know, it's just like you have your 3 sets of skills in the tree that you have to like unlock stuff through. But it's like so linear, the way it's set out, it just looks like very uninteresting, and I mean it is. It is uninteresting. The skills don't like have much to them, you can't really do much with them and like change them or customize them or anything. So, I don't know. I'm a mixed bag on D4. I think overall positive, but what in the shit? Got my 3D printer going, it's making weird noises. That's not my favorite. It's a step down from Path of Exile. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, especially if you're looking for an action RPG. If you're going MMO, then, you know, maybe you can tolerate it.
The whole world starts just like that.
My wife's asking me if I go in, so we hired 2 people to my practice. And so we're going to start having 16-hour calls starting at 3 p.m. instead of 24. So she's asking if my call next week, because everybody starts on the 3rd, on April 3rd. But I think for the first week, we're going to have 24-hour calls still so the new guys can kind of get acclimated. Hire you, please? Well, shit, dude, finish residency. Yeah, 16-hour calls instead of 24 is freaking huge quality of life change. Because like the way we do it is when you're on call, you basically run the OR. So you're covering 4 rooms, 4 operating rooms, plus you're dealing with all the logistics. So you're doing all the staffing, moving cases around. You know, like you're working your freaking ass off. It's hard. And my last few calls have been like logistically very challenging. So I mean, you field like 60 phone calls in a day, in addition to just, you know, doing what you normally do. And we work pretty hard. Like our productivity is more than double the national median. So just purely from production, we work really hard. And then you throw all the like staffing stuff on top of it, and it's a rough day. So getting rid of that in your call is going to be absolutely golden. Imagine being late 50s pulling all-nighters. I know, I think about that now. One of my partners is retiring, which is why we hired a couple people, and he's 68, dude. He did his last call 2 days ago. What's a private practice look for in a new grad? So I think, like, I mean, just like everything, it's connections. You know, connections are a huge deal. I know the cardiovascular guys were interested in, like, how many hearts I'd done. So they wanted me to, like, submit all my numbers and stuff. Which is kind of part of it anyway. Like, generally you have to submit your, what is it? ERAS numbers, or is it ERAS? Jesus Christ, I can't even remember. The service that you, like, ACGME, you know, requirement stuff that you have to meet to graduate. You have to submit that along with your, you know, like, credentialing paperwork and stuff. So yeah, they wanted to know how many hearts I'd done, which fortunately the answer is a lot. But yeah, I mean, if they're looking for, you know, somebody who can step into hearts or does a lot of regional or something like that, then that's, you know, they may ask you about that. But mostly it's just, can they work with you? Are you going to work hard and be a good team player? So, you know, because you see these people, usually private practices are smaller groups, so you see the same people over and over. But, and you know, like, there's other factors. Like, clearly they want somebody who's gonna, you know, not a flight risk. Like, if they think that you're gonna defect and go somewhere else, that's, you know, that's kind of a turn off. So like the guy that you mentioned with the research heavy dude, we were kind of like, why are you coming to a hospital like in flyover country when you have like no connections here? You know, why are you applying here? Like, you're gonna be gone as soon as, you know, some like academic position opens up or something. But yeah, basically just be a cool dude and work hard. That'll get you really far. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to 16-hour call. That will be huge. right? The other thing that I'm looking forward to is actually completing this build. So this is an arena, I believe, and that's something my character's kind of weak at. This character's really good. But arenas are kind of, it's like a constant stream of monsters, so that sometimes proves to be a little difficult. And if you die in this, you have to kill everything without dying to actually get this reward. The reward goes away if you die. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. I really want this freaking build. I've done so many of these. But yeah, life is pretty good, man. Life on the job front is very good. And Bing Bong, you're super fortunate to like have access. I mean, I'm not like trying to toot my own horn, but you're fortunate to have access to somebody who like knows all of the financial numbers and stuff, because I can pretty much guarantee you Residency will not tell you anything about that. And I don't know if you're gonna plan on coming back to KC or not, but obviously I can make you some connections there too if you need. Woo, D4, yay! Did you like it? Did you get to play it last weekend? We were just talking about it. I'm interested to hear what your impressions were. So mine in a nutshell are awesome story and visuals, very smooth gameplay. I like the concept of the skills, but bad things are uninteresting UI, bad in-game like loop, essentially, which is, you know, the UI I can get past, but the like unappealing repetitive in-game like dungeon quests, that's gonna wear thin pretty fast. So I'm overall positive, but I don't think that I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of time on it. Like, I'll probably make it through the story a few times just to, like, you know, get some characters to high level and have the full experience and then move on. Haven't played it, been living through Has Been Cold. Well, it's not a bad person to live through. I mean, you know, I kind of don't care for the culture of popular streamers kind of becoming like pseudo experts in things, but I mean, that dude's played a lot of freaking video games and he knows what he's talking about and he knows what to look for, so I would value his opinion on that. Okay, here we go. Do I get the belt that I want? Oh, fuck. No, of course. You tell they really invested into it? Yeah, yes. Yeah, the animation is fantastic. Yeah, like especially the, you know, the opening area where it's all like snowy everywhere. It's just crazy, man. You're coming here for raising a family? Okay. Yeah, well, you know, it's like monetarily speaking, it's a really good idea to stay here. The cost of living versus salary in the Midwest is like unparalleled. Crip, yeah, Crip is ridiculous. That guy is like super talented. He was the only one to beat Inferno before they nerfed it. I played Inferno before they nerfed it. That shit was fucking hard. That was crazy hard. Yeah, Cripparian's actually like, he's kind of like, in my mind, kind of like Co-Carnage, where you know if you show up to Crip's stream, you're just gonna get a like wholesome, overwhelmingly positive experience. Like, I totally respect him. You know, he has like stayed out of, as far as I'm aware at least, he's like totally stayed out of all the drama, you know, despite being routinely like 5,000 plus viewer streamer. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. He was the only person to beat Diablo Inferno. Yeah, Co-Carnage is awesome, man. I don't get to watch his stream very often, but, you know, he's super consistent. He's on, like, every freaking day. Just, like, he seems like a guy I would go have a beer with, you know? Just, like, hang out with. Relatively normal guy. Nice person. He beat it the night before they nerfed it? Really? Was he, like... I hope that there's like a story behind that where he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I have to like get geared up, they're gonna nerf it, they're gonna change it. Fuck. Like desperately searching for some like crucial piece of gear. And then like beats it at, you know, 5 minutes before the deadline or something. There's definitely a story. I may have to look this up. That sounds like something that, you know, somebody would do like a YouTube history video on or something. Because that's like, you know, Diablo 3 is a huge title. And especially at the time when, you know, because it was what, like 11 years between Lord of Destruction and Diablo 3? Something like that. It was a really long time between any, like, major Diablo 2 change and Diablo 3's release. So all of us Diablo fans were hungry for more. Oh god, oh god. Alright, you bitch. You better drop me a Harbinger of the Stars. I've killed so many freaking people. Let's see. Freeze multi? Nah. I don't want that. No, I don't. They tuned Inferno, so their best playtester barely couldn't beat it? Oh, wow. And then doubled the difficulty. Oh, shit. Okay. What is it? Is it a Harbinger of the Stars? Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I've beaten this. I've done so many of these echoes. I've done 116 echoes. and hit every single one of those nodes. Each one of these is an echo. I've hit every one of those like specialty belt nodes, and I haven't found a Harbinger of the Stars yet. It's supposed to be common. It's supposed to be common. Why? Why? What level am I now? I am level 95. I've been enjoying the shit out of this character, even though I'm not actually even using one of my skills. He beat it on hardcore? Oh my god. I've had on corruption? Yeah, I mean, I haven't worked real hard on it, to be honest. I think it's 120. So I've upgraded a little bit, but not much. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Probably get some super rare drop before the common one. Yeah, I have, actually. I've done exactly that. Yeah, like, I've never been so upset. Like, I got a, there was another one. There's other echoes that kind of just, like, grant generic uniques. It's like, it pulls from any unique in the pool that can also technically drop that belt, but, like, I got this crazy rare amulet that's not really good for this build or any I'm planning on making, but I'd never seen it before, and I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, it's listed as like, I can't remember if it was very rare or extremely rare. I was like, well, fuck me, there goes my luck. I just want the common thing, but now I get this, like, it's a pretty good roll too. Good roll and a rare ass amulet. 79 shaman. Oh shit, man, you diversified. This is the only character I've made so far with the patch. I think I found a really cool item. I don't know if you know it by name, but Jelker's Blast Knife. It's like a dagger that turns one of the assassins or the rogue's bow skills into a dagger skill. And I found 2 of them, both really well rolled. So I think I'm probably gonna like dual wield those daggers and make that as my next character, and see how far I can get before Path of Exile's new league on the 7th. Because I'll no life that as much as I can once it hits. I'm looking forward to that. Path of Exile's last league was really good. Level 90 echoes at level 74? Wow. That seems early. I can't remember when I did that on this one, but... Oh, that was worth it. Cool. Do I have a laptop for Cole? Yeah, I bought myself a gaming laptop. Hell yeah. Absolutely. So I actually bought a laptop from Micro Center. It was their last, like, store brand, like, store-built laptop. And it was, like, crazy overpowered for the price. I think it was, like, $1,500, but anything that was comparable was over 2,000. And I remember, like, I went to check out and buy it, and the cashier was like, what the fuck? This has so much good stuff in it. Like, this is $1,500? Like, how is that possible? I'm gonna farm Black Sun to get a helmet for Herald of the Scurry. Yeah, that's Zizerin's helmet, right? It's the one that makes your wolves squirrels. Yeah, I have heard of that. Oh god. I think I was gonna plunder my booty. But yeah, definitely have a laptop for call. Rocking my VPN. Using the hospital's bandwidth, which actually is like I haven't really had any connectivity issues or speed issues. Well, minor speed issues, I guess, during peak times. Where is that? Oh, it's way over there. Get this one first. Yeah, Micro Center is awesome, man. I freaking love that place. We're super, like, I didn't realize that that was, like, a privilege to have one in the area. Until, like, my friend, who is now one of my partners, was, like, super excited to hear that there was one here. And I was like, oh, really? That's not just, like, a major city thing? Like, he's like, no, there's only, like, 10 of them in the country. Like, holy shit, okay. Well, guess I'm glad I'm here. 4 wolves turned into 8 squirrels. Oh, flying squirrels. That's awesome. I mean, it's supposedly a pretty good build, right? I've heard people say it's like kind of a strong item, which I think is interesting. That's pretty cool that the random ass like meme squirrel build is like viable. Oh god, ouch! Shit, yeah, I had that coming. I fucked that up. Oh well. Let's see. Where to go from here? Yeah, let's just keep going. .3D printer. Just going to town, man. I'm printing the same thing that I've printed 4 previous times for my kid. He's obsessed with the Axiom, the like giant starship from WALL-E. I don't know how that became like his fascination, but it is. And he's got like all of these 3D printed Axioms sitting around. And he wanted to print one to give to his friend. He's like going over to one of his friend's houses on Saturday. He's like, I'm gonna bring him an Axiom. Okay, I'm sure he'll love it. 6-year-olds are weird. Oh man. Oh, so when are you moving, Bing Bong? By the way, when are you moving to Florida, dude? Is that soon? I know you've probably got class and stuff still for a little bit, but Beastmaster is insane. 75% increased attack speed. Wow, that is a lot. Yeah, that's quite good. I need some more cast speed. Actually, that's maybe a weak point of my gearing at the moment. Even though I feel like I'm pretty strong. Possibly a little on the squishy side. But again, I have a bunch of gear that gives me ward. Like, so life, basically, effective hit points. When I cast a spell that's over 40 mana, which is what Meteor is. So once I'm casting Meteor, I'll be having a shitload of extra ward. But, as it is now, I have a grand total of 0 spells that cost more than 40 mana. so I don't get to benefit from that at all. It's like I have really powerful implicits that are just freaking wasted. Oh god, that hurt a lot. You bitch. Fucking die. That's right, I'll take your lightning orb shit. There we go. Alright, which direction do I go? I guess up here. Let's see if I can score a couple of more of those belt nodes to disappoint me horribly. Oh, I should have gone and showed you Jelker's blast knife. Damn. It's a super, like, one of the things that I really think is awesome about the uniques that they've added in this patch is that pretty much all of them are build enabling. And I found another one too. I found there's a pair of gloves, I forgot what they're called, but they enable you to do like unarmed attacks. Basically, they give you like huge bonuses for attunement if you're for judgment, I think. Yeah, I think for judgment. 85 strength, 25 attunement. Nice. Sounds like you are stacked, my man. I feel like I might be a little light on the stats. 71. Yeah, the bare hand paladin. Yeah. That's what I mean. Where you basically, and it has LP on it too. It has legendary potential. So for those of you who are not familiar with like how the sort of in-game crafting works in this, so uniques can spawn with something called legendary potential, and they can spawn with anywhere between 1 and 4, or none, but up to 4. And you can go kill like sort of this end-game boss and smush something called an exalted item, which is like a purple item, into the unique, and you have a random chance of getting any of the properties on that exalted item onto your unique. So if you just have one legendary potential, it just randomly chooses, you know, one of the affixes on your item that you like put in this little synthesizer thing. But if you have 4 legendary potential, you just like straight up put all of the affixes from your item onto your unique item, which is madness. Like, if you have a really good unique item with 4 legendary potential, that's like a fucking, you know, super rare, crazy ass game changer item. Because like exalted items on their own are really good. So if you add that to a unique item, that's like game breaking shit right there. So I'll show you. Why do you tease me, game? Why do you tease me? Yeah, here. So this is, where are they? Gloves. There they are. Hand of Judgment. So see, it says legendary potential. This has no legendary potential. Anesthesia career is over. Minimal strength in your intubating arm. Bummer, dude. Sorry to hear that. Weren't you retiring anyway, though? And the recovery for rotator cuff's like 8 weeks, right? Before you can even like do anything. Am I wrong? Now this seals the deal. Yeah, well, that's sort of an unceremonious way to go about that, I guess. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. But it sounds like you had a good one. I mean, and shit, the government pension is insane. Yeah, physical therapy, I hear, is really bad. A couple good friends of mine have had, like, really serious rotator cuff issues. Like, one of my friends tore her, like, just destroyed her freaking rotator cuff on the first day of her honeymoon. They had a 10-day trip to Hawaii, and she got, like, her ass handed to her by a wave, and, like, just suffered through the trip with a just completely ripped apart rotator cuff. She had it repaired by a really good surgeon, like the guy who does all of the, like, shoulder and kind of like forearm work and stuff for the, like, shoulder and elbow for the Royals. So, like, he went to him, or she went to him, and, you know, he did a great repair, but she's like, yeah, this sucks. This is really hard. And I think she has, like, kind of like a low level, I'm not sure I'd call it chronic pain, but, like, stiffness and discomfort in that shoulder. Not sure if they bagged the nerve of surgery. Yeah, I mean, they may have, right? That's pretty common. I don't actually know, like, what the incidence of that is, but it seems like it would be pretty high to me. I mean, because there's lots of, like, pretty important nerves kind of crisscrossing that whole area. So it seems like that would be pretty, you know, pretty common to, like, fuck something up and at least, like, damage one of them. Like, anytime you're angering the brachial plexus, it seems like you're bound to fail. At least a little bit. Yeah, I hope that I never have to have shoulder surgery. I mean, I hope I never have to have surgery, period. Never have. Yeah, shoulder is kind of top of my list of things that I do not want. Oh god. Stop that. Alright, just a second here, we'll have to look at this Doximity thing. I kind of briefly scanned it, but didn't really dig into it, because I knew I was going to be talking about it today. I thought it'd be more interesting to just kind of go through and have a hot take on stuff, rather than actually think things through, because who does that? There we go. So this is an exalted item. Frailty on hit? Okay, cool.
I am not a man of many pockets.
Do I know about corruption? Yeah. I know about corruption. I don't know everything about it, but I know it basically, like, increases both the difficulty and, like, item quantity and stuff that you get. Rudolph removal. Ruh-oh. It took 45 minutes to get her back to sleep. Jesus. Brutal, man. My daughter has been a fucking terror today. She's just like screamed all goddamn day long. I thought I got super lucky. I had like a 45-minute workday today, you know, in exchange for being on call tomorrow, but like basically just came home and got punished the whole time. It sucked. It sucked a lot. Group up in the future? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I am down for that. Let's see. Cold dot and ignite duration. Yep, pass. Melee cold and surge cooldown. I'd like to make a surge build. Well, something fucked up on my... oh well. Dang, those are good rolls. But that's just like... Cold dot and surge. Surge is a lightning skill. Lightning melee skill at that. Frostbite duration. Yeah. That's not so bad. I might hang on to that one. Jesus. She's wired as fuck. My wife's giving me a very brutal play-by-play of my daughter's failings right at the moment. 210 for the next page. Yeah, I think I mean I think my next tab is like 180 or something. I'm not far behind you, dude. Ooh, marrow shards. Flame ward. Cold pin with frostbite and fire aura. Nope. Minion melee stun chance. Totems are not minions, right? No, but that's a super low roll anyway. Nah. Stun duration. Yeah, it might be decent. Yeah, I've got a ton of those. I'll just sell it. I don't care. Don't give a fuck. Ellie Nova and melee cold damage. Might be kind of interesting. No more letting my daughter eat chocolate-covered espresso beans. Shit, I wish she could eat a chocolate-covered espresso bean. Then my wife wouldn't have to be in there nursing her all the freaking time. Increased damage over time while at low health. Mark for death on hit. I don't know much about acolytes. that seems decent, but pretty low roll on the dot. Maybe I'll hang on to that. So I always keep everything that has legendary potential. 30 armor, that's a base roll. Boo. Well, you know what? Fuck that. I want my other one. Give me my other one back, stupid vendor. Let's see what we've got in the stash. Oh, that was health. So let's shatter that. So when you shatter things, you actually get, like, the shards. Shards are, like, what you use to craft with. So you get the shards that are used to, like, put those affixes on. Not all of them. It's randomized, but that's a really good way to sort of target farm things that you want. Low health acolyte build. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's a lich build, right? Okay, so spell crit. Boop. Potion health converted to ward. I don't know that that's very useful for me. I need to, like, go about crafting some of these to see, like, which ones I actually want to keep. This is all my fucking exceptional items, or exalted items. Keys, idols, doo. That's not the right tab, that's the right tab. There we go. That can go away. Let's see what I got in here. Set a loot filter. Yeah, I have that loot filter as well. It's pretty inclusive though. I have it for all classes, so I actually get a bunch of stuff dropping, which maybe I should amend. Oh damn, I really poorly rolled one of those. Yay, I upgraded the random bullshit that I have in my my stash. I want that. I'll just sell all of this and I'll shatter that.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a belt. I'm gonna go get that, and then we'll talk about the Doximity thing. 3 item relics that have open slot. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I actually didn't think about that, but that's a really good plan, because I do not have that. My relic actually kind of sucks right now. Pretty much the only reason I have it is for the frailty, but I think I get that from my gloves, don't I? Or maybe I used to. I just replaced my gloves. I have a lot of gear upgrading to do if I want to do like real in-game content. Like I'm doing pretty well on the echoes, but I think if I want a boss, I've probably got to be a little more durable. And I spent a fair amount of time. There's so when you complete one of the whole areas, you get something called a blessing, for those of you who haven't played this, which is just kind of like a standing bonus to whatever. So it can buff your drop rate, can buff your character, all resistances, this is extra armor, and where is it? Black Sun. This one can give you percentage of spell damage leached, and I ran this bitch like 4 times and never got that node. So I just went with increased leech rate because I already have a little bit of leech, so that like improves what I have currently. But I think my current leech is like 1.5%. Pretty sure it's 1.5. Yeah, 1.5%. But that blessing could give you up to 5. So that's a lot. It's a lot more than 44% more. But alas, I've had very little luck target farming things so far in last epoch. Found a bunch of other random shit that I think is cool, but unfortunately, none of that. Save any 3 item relic, or 3 affix relic. Yeah, that's a good idea. I suppose I'll maybe have to like specifically set up an item filter for that. Yee. Getting a little dicey there. What is that? Drops gold. Hell yeah. Scrooge McDucking it up here. Probably need to use my gold, buy some more stash tabs, organize my uniques and shit. They're kind of overflowing a little bit. Am I going the wrong way? No. I'm good. I am good. Oh boy. You guys need to die. Yeah, one thing I like about this build is it just like stun locks the living shit out of everything. That's like a huge part of my survivability is I just kind of get in the middle of a mob and even the big shit gets stun locked. I don't really know how that happened because I don't think I did anything in particular to make that happen. I think there is a node in Elemental Nova that helps with that, but I don't know. I'll have to check that actually now that I'm thinking about it. But maybe not while I'm being besieged by all sorts of random dudes. There we go. Oh, hey. The Echo's conquered. Didn't you guys see that? Necrotic resistance? Boo. Oh, that's good. Ignite spreading and fire dot. Too bad the fire dot's a low roll, but that's okay. That's pretty sweet idol there, actually. Unique wand, you say? Cinder Song? Speaking of igniting things. Decent roll, okay. Sweet. You can go in my stash. I already have one with some LP on it, but it's terribly rolled. What was I going to look at? Oh yeah, Ele Nova. That is not Elemental Nova. That is. Let's see, shock chance. Overcharge stun chance. Okay, well maybe that's what's doing it. 160% stun chance on the overcharge Nova. Alright. Moment of truth here, guys. Will I get the, quote, common belt? Hey, Gucci, what's up, dude? How are you? Welcome to the Hump Day stream. It's good to be back. Renal exam. That's tough, man. Renal is hard. I always enjoyed it, though. Like, I thought renal was really interesting, but it's tough. Maelstrom lets you convert from cold to physical? I don't know, I've never used Maelstrom before. Yeah, stun is a pretty powerful mechanic, actually. This build has kind of gotten me thinking about making, like, a stun-based build. But there are some things that are immune to stun, like those stupid-ass immortal eyes, the guys that just, like, shoot you constantly and then self-destruct. So you have to, like, DPS them down really fast. That's not ideal. And bosses, of course. They're stun immune, pretty much. I think. Or if not, they're, like, really freaking hard to stun. Alright, let's get rid of one of those spires, at least. That is too much crap raining down on me. I do not like it, Sam I am. Yeah, the Tornado Swarmblade, I think I've seen that before. That seems like a really common, popular build. You like Renal a lot too? That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's like, for me, it's sort of central to like what I do every day. You know, it's all electrolytes and fluid balance and stuff. Oh shit. Probably my favorite rotation of my intern year was renal consults, actually. Like, so we just went around and talked to people who had acute renal failure and tried to fix them. Usually unsuccessfully, but we tried. Like, I would say that was probably the month I learned the most on. with the possible exception of the of my ICU month. And it was also one of the like better scheduling wise. The fact that I think about a month where I worked from like 6 in the morning to 5 p.m. as like one of the better experiences just like blows my mind now. I can't believe that we actually subject ourselves to that shit. Like, oh yeah, man, I only worked a 55-hour week this week. It was fucking great. How cool is that? And I didn't have to come in on the weekend, yeah! Jesus, those freaking spires are crushing my face in. Ooh, laggy. Why so laggy? I'll read that in just a second. I want to make sure I don't die at the very end of this. That would make me very sad panda. Very sad panda. There's a bunch of big shit in here that can easily make that happen too. Alright, there we go. Home free. Single target damage, go. There we go. Spriggan seed, huh? Potion health converted to ward. Don't really think that's a good mod, but that's okay. You have serious stun lock at 480% stun? Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know why Gen Surge is competitive. Okay, please be Harbinger of the Stars. God damn it! Fuck. Why? Why? I think I'm fucking cursed, man. I think I'm cursed. Yeah, why is Gen Surge competitive? Why do people, like, keep tripping over each other to get into that? Like, everybody knows that you just get your shit handed to you constantly. Like, it's not even a secret. They're just like, yeah, go into Gen Surge. You're gonna fucking hate yourself for 5 years. But then you're surgeon. Yay! And I mean, Gen Surge isn't, like, that well compensated. I think they're, like, 400 grand-ish. I just keep this up now, because I reference this so often. Is that what I want? Yep. Probably still can't see that. There we go. Surgery, 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 surgery. Surgery, general, let's see. Yep. So it looks like median is 500. I mean, that's pretty good, I guess. Right? It's pretty solid. I didn't realize it was that high. That's in the Midwest. Thought it was lower than that. Oh well. Yeah, they do make less than anesthesia, for sure. Get some sleep. Physical torture in the morning? Oh no. Why does Gen Surge get their shit pushed in for 5 years? Because their residency is terrible. It's like, Gen Surge residency is notoriously one of the worst to go through. Like, longest hours, most malignant, you know, worst personalities. Yeah, pension as an officer with 23 years. Yeah, because it's 20 years to, like, max it out, right? Where you get to the point where it's, like, it's what, like 20, is it 25%? 25% of your last 3 years, like average your like 3 highest paying years or something. Yeah, I mean, there's always a way to like sell out somehow in, you know, surgical specialties. Like, you know, there's some stuff that pays more than others, for sure. I guess I'll keep that. I don't think, oh, that has skill on it. Well, maybe I will keep that. Do I seriously need to buy another Exalt tab and organize all my crap? Probably. Fuck. Alright. My food. I mean, legendary food. Legendary potential food. 30 years is 75% top 3 years. What the fuck? That's insane. That's so good. Is it really? Oh my god, that's so much money. Putting star on. Wow. Look at you. Shit. That is pretty cool, friend. Pretty cool. Oh, it doesn't include any specialty pay. Oh, okay. Well, as I understand it, that's pretty substantial, right? Like, that's a... Like, the specialty pay is a lot. I briefly toyed with the idea of going military just to get, like, all my shit paid for, and then quickly discovered that the military was not for me. But, yeah, the monetary compensation is pretty good if you make it work for you. Okay, let's read this. Alright, so this is the compensation report from Doximity, which is sort of like a shittier version of MGMA, basically, as far as I'm aware. Had president coverage? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Alright. So let's see. Average compensation for U.S. physicians decreased slightly? What? Really? What the fuck? Why? Oklahoma City was largest increase. Okay. Growth rate is 6.3%. And peak inflation of 9.1%. Or actually, probably a lot more than that. I don't know why Charlotte is the highest. I was actually kind of under the impression that the Carolinas were sort of notoriously bad. Ditto that for Atlanta. They're bad for anesthesia, I can tell you that. Yeah, both, like, the Carolina, and so is St. Louis, actually. St. Louis is not good for compensation either, for anesthesia. So maybe there's a bunch of other, like, high-paying specialties that are really in demand there. So metro areas with the lowest. Yeah, DC, that makes sense. Raleigh. Yeah, see, this is weird. Why would Raleigh be so much different than Charlotte? I mean, they're pretty similar populations. 180,000 docs quit or retired. Yeah, I mean, COVID just decimated the workforce. Yeah, DC is the lowest because it's desirable. Generally in medicine, the more desirable the place, the less you make. Like, pay here is pretty comparable to pay in, like, New York or California, honestly. It's a little bit lower, but cost of living there is, like, literally double. Yeah, 200,000 nurses. Yeah, I'd buy that, too. Yeah, see Boston? You don't make shit in Boston, but we were talking, I can't remember when it was, but recently we were talking about the cost of living in Boston. Like, the average, or the median home price is like almost $700,000. So it's like, you can barely afford the median home in Boston on a physician's salary. That's fucking terrible. Cost of living by metro. Highest adjusted cost of living? What? Analysis of physician compensation by metro. Oh, I see. So, like, the highest salary per cost of living. Yeah, see? I wasn't kidding. The Midwest, man, we be rocking it. Buffalo surprises me. Yeah, Washington, D.C. is the lowest. It's the worst paying per cost of living. San Diego, yeah, see, none of this, like, these places are just so expensive to live that regardless of what you, I mean, you'd, like, literally have to make double to keep up. Hey, Toy Turtles, I'll see you later, man. Good luck with your PT. minimum growth rate of 6%. In 2022, only Oklahoma City demonstrated that level of growth? Huh. Okay. I mean, I actually don't mind Oklahoma City. I think it's kind of I mean, it's, you know, it's still Oklahoma, but there's some cool stuff to do there. Like, it's kind of a fun place to be. There's a lot of, like, young crowd moving into it and stuff. But the fact that compensation is increasing so much tells you a lot about the place, right? They're kind of having to draw people there, to say the least. Like, you always have to be skeptical of places that pay way more than anywhere else, because they're probably compensating for something, which usually is the fact that nobody wants to live there. I mean, whether it's a good place or not, like, I think Kansas City is an awesome place to live, but nobody from the coast wants to come here because it's flyover country. Specialty and practice setting. Here we go. 20 specialties with the highest average annual compensation tend to be surgical and procedural specialties. No way. Treating adult patients. Fucking poor pediatrics. Look at all the pediatric. Dude, there is absolutely no fucking chance in hell I would go through medical education to make $218,000. Oh my god. By the way, I don't know why they're reporting averages when they should be reporting medians. Median is a much more useful number. Because as we were just talking about, there's always somebody selling out and doing, like, ridiculous shit, making, you know, $3 million in neurosurgery. So surgery, radonc, that's surprising. Cardiology, GI, that seems low for GI. Derm, anesthesia, yeah, that's probably ballpark anesthesia. Where there's so many ped specialties on lowest comp, I don't know, man. Pediatrics is a fucking screw job. Those guys do the same amount of training as everybody else, and a lot of times, like, pediatric patients who require these subspecialties are fucking sick. Like, kids get so sick and have all these weird ass conditions that you just have to know inside and out. I mean, these are difficult jobs that take a lot of really intense training, and they just don't make shit for money. Uro, GI, the two specialties you're interested in? Yeah, urology's a good gig, man. Yeah, both of those are excellent choices, in my opinion. The lowest 2011 are peds. Thank you for going through and counting that. That's so bad. Yeah, I mean, pediatrics, dude, I don't know why you would do that. Like, if you want to treat kids, just, like, go into something else and do pediatric X. Unless you just really like doing outpatient clinic all the time, which sounds like gun-to-head material to me. Yeah, like these guys, I did a couple days. We had during our peds rotation, we had this kind of like grab bag, like couple weeks. I think it was at least 2 weeks. It might have been 4 actually. But where we just did like pediatric subspecialties, and I did like 3 days in a genetics clinic, and they just see the weirdest crap. I mean, we were in Little Rock, and granted, you know, Little Rock has a like very high-powered, like, well-thought-of children's hospital. Arkansas Children's is like a really, really good hospital. But there were people flying in from all over the country to see this dude in this, like, you know, strip mall genetics clinic that I was at. And there's just all these, like, crazy, like, 1 in a million conditions. Like, literally 1 in a million conditions that these kids have. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's this condition. Like, I remember we had a patient, and he was like, this patient has, like, these crazy-ass symptoms. Like, he, you know, only will stand on his head, and he farts 5 times before he goes to sleep, and then he has to do a somersault before eating spaghetti. What does that remind you of? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean, what does that remind me of? Like, okay. He was like, oh, well, it's this genetic condition. I'm like, all right, dude, like, nobody knows what the hell that is. I promise. Like, I just took step 1. I know, like, all of this weird, like, you know, academic nonsense that makes 0 difference in medicine, and I still have never heard of that. Yeah, Pete's GI doesn't pay. Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. I don't get it. Yeah, PGI is 282. Wow. That's so bad, man. Like, don't we want to like attract people to these specialties? You know, in family medicine, like, what's the motivation, dude? Like, I kind of waffle on whether or not medicine was worth it, but it sure as fuck is not worth it if this is your earning potential. No way, man. No fucking way. You can go into banking and like have a chill ass 9-to-5 job and make 200 grand without, you know, busting your freaking balls through residency and medical school and having the debt to show for it. I mean, shit, when it looked like I wasn't getting into med school 15 years ago, like, I was looking at jobs, and just with a physics degree, there were plenty of six-figure jobs available to me straight out of college. No master's degrees, nothing. They were just like, yeah, we need some egghead to crunch numbers. Yeah, we'll pay you $130 for it. Like, sold. Fucking sold. Oh, I'd way rather do that than go through medical education to make that. I mean, obviously, like, it's a good salary, but it's not worth the fucking ramp to. Jesus. US slogan is fuck them kids. Well, they're doing a pretty good job of that. But, you know, that said, like, if you look at the, you know, like, match numbers and stuff, pediatrics still get some pretty competitive applicants. Like, it's, you know, one of the least competitive things, but, like, there's still people with, you know, 90+% board scores applying to peds. But granted, I think part of that is that med schools kind of go out of their way to conceal these facts, right? They're not trumpeting the fact that, hey, go into primary care, you'll make half as much as your compatriot who's doing general surgery. Doesn't that sound awesome? You guys will do the same training, but, you know, because you're a doctor and it's all about the patient, you get half the compensation. But think of all the difference you'll be making. Isn't that awesome? What a privilege. What's average for nurses? I don't know these days. Nurse salaries have been skyrocketing. So we're gonna do something very unreliable and just Google it. But yeah, nurse pay has been shooting through the roof since COVID just like fucked everything. Yeah, see, this is like totally useless. $23 to $67 per hour. Thanks. Like, so you could make poverty level income or a pretty good living. Yeah, this is, I would guess that they're probably approaching six figures, would be my guess. Med schools get credit for having more people to go into PCP. Yeah, I know that. And they like advertise that. God, why is my nose itching so much? Yeah, nurses are getting paid much better than they used to. Oh, this is cool. Here, this might be useful. This seems much more useful than a range of $23 to $67. So Missouri. I'm gonna see if this just like strikes a 64. I bet you they make more than 64,000. Probably not a whole lot more, but more. So I would say high five figures would be my guess. High five figures. Let's double check it against the nurse anesthetist numbers. Yeah, see, that's way fucking low. CRNAs in this area make, like, if you offer less than 200,000 to start, you just get laughed at. Like, we literally had a candidate respond LOL to an offer once, like within the last year, I think. Like, how fucking unprofessional is that? Like, our recruiter sent him our package, and the applicant said LOL in a text. And it wasn't like a mistake or out of context or like a delayed text or anything. It was about the offer. No joke. Did I see family med spots in Canada being unfilled? I believe that. Yeah, I mean, usually family practice has, hey, Midnight, by the way. Family practice usually every year has a fair amount of unfilled spots. Yeah, like, if you don't like the offer, just say no thanks and move on. Because it was a reasonable offer, you know? Like, I guess he thought it was a low ball, but it was reasonable. And I think since then we're kind of average. I think we're average on anesthetist pay. But anyway, the point is that these numbers are probably low across the board. So yeah, my guess is that nurses make high 5 figures these days. But again, that's a guess. So do I have a charting outcomes up? No, sometimes I keep that up. Yeah, I mean, there are tons of family spots, and it's just not a desirable specialty. You know, they get worked super hard, and again, have the same training as everybody else. Like, residency sucks balls for them, just like it sucks balls for anybody else that you talk to. Hey, when's charting outcomes for this year come out? Do you guys know? You're probably more tuned into that than I am. Yeah, so Family Med, actually, that's a pretty good match, really. So they had 139 spots unfilled. So I guess that means, wow, if Canada had 200 spots unfilled, that's a lot. Jeez. It's every 2 years. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if Canada had 200 unmatched, that's a shitload. Well, y'all took our offensive lineman 2 years ago. 3 years ago. There was one of the offensive linemen for the Chiefs turned down a $7 million contract to start family practice residency because he's a fucking dumbass. that is a terrible life decision. Yeah, they have way fewer family practice spots for sure. Look at anesthesia. I know, man. And it's even worse. It was worse this year. It was way worse this year. Like this year, I think the match rate was like 70 something percent. It was like 72, 73%. It was a slaughter, man. Really, really bad. It's scary. It's scary for people who are, you know, in training now. Like, you might not get the special... Like, if you want to do anything other than primary care, it's becoming a crapshoot. Yeah, there's not a... This is probably what they call categorical vascular surgery. So it's just like a vascular surgery residency. Usually to do vascular surgery, you do gen surge and then do a fellowship. Like, I think it's a 2-year fellowship. The true match number who had anesthesia as their first choice. That's a good point. Sucks because so many communities in Canada don't have enough family med practices and absurd wait times. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly pretty much the same here. I think Canada... I have heard that Canada is way worse. I have a couple friends who are Canadian and like trained here, and they're like, yeah, dude, the wait times are just absolutely nuts for their families and whatnot. Yeah, they need more med schools in Canada, right? I feel like it's kind of bottlenecked pretty hard. Socialized medicine has the same problems as us. Who knew? Yeah, go figure. But I mean, we pretty much have socialized medicine anyway. Like, the government, whether it's state or federal, pays for a solid 80+% of healthcare that occurs in this country. We sort of conveniently leave that out of the discussion. And it's hard to know exactly, like, what the number is, because everybody pays different amounts. Like, all the insurance providers pay, like, negotiate rates and stuff. So it's tough to tell by dollars spent how much, like, healthcare is occurring. Does that make sense? So, like, as an extreme example, like, if Blue Cross Blue Shield pays $1 million for a procedure, but the government pays $1 million, and both, you know, say you have $1 million of both procedures done, then there were 1 million government procedures performed, but only 1 private pay procedure performed. So there's actually, like, you know, basically all of those procedures are socialized medicine. Does that make sense? That's the best way I can think of describing it. But it's way more, like, garbled than that, because all the different insurance providers pay different numbers per, like, production unit. So, yeah. But it's somewhere in the, like, 75 to 90% range is best guess. So we're pretty damn close as it is. But don't tell the conservatives that. They don't like to hear that. Okay, so back to this. Yeah, hey, do surgery subspecialties, you make a lot of money. Surprise! Shocking, right? This kind of surprises me, though. I didn't realize oncology made so much money. That's not bad. Nuclear medicine? What the fuck is nuclear medicine? Does pediatric neurosurgery make good money? Yes, they do. Because, so what I was saying earlier is if you want to treat pediatrics, you don't subspecialize in pediatrics. You do something else. Or excuse me, you don't do a subspecialty from pediatrics. You specialize in something else. You do a residency in, say, neurosurgery, and then do a fellowship in pediatrics. So that way you're a neurosurgeon who does kids, not a pediatrician who happens to work on kidneys. Does that make sense? So yes, pediatric neurosurgery makes a shitload of money. They probably break 7 figures. It makes sense, but also doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense like why it's that way. But if you want to maximize your income, that's how you do it. Or you could go again. So you do 3 years of pediatrics and then do a nephrology fellowship, which is probably another 3 years, and you make $238,000. Yay! Yay! A peds who does neurosurge, yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal. Alright, moving on. Compensation growth by specialty. Okay. Emergency medicine is up 6.2%. Really? Wouldn't have thought that. I mean, it's probably just because everybody's fucking quitting. They have to, like, they're scrambling to get people to take that. Peds infectious disease is up. Okay, whatever. Thoracic surgery, really. And plastics. Yeah, these are pretty tiny numbers. Like the most growth was 6% in a year where inflation was like probably, you know, they claimed it was 9.1%, but realistically it's probably, you know, in the teens. So, sucks for us. Sucks for us. Our real income decreases all the time. But yeah, physician salaries haven't kept up with inflation like at freaking all. So let's see. I think like the 90s were kind of the golden age for anesthesiologists. So let's do 1993. So 221,000. Let's whip out a calculator here. So we're just gonna be stupid and say that inflation was 3% per year. Okay? So we're gonna do 221 times 1.03. Where is the power button? Motherfucker. Oh. No. That's not what I want. Actually, that will work. So, to do 32, I need... So that's 2, 4, 6, or 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So that's actually not too bad, if you assume that inflation is 3%. So we're there, more or less. But it wasn't 3%. It's actually probably more like 5. 5 to 7 at least. So if you do 1.05, so that's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 years. Times 221,000. Yeah. That makes... 1 in 93 is worth 224 today. Good to know. Well, then that's closer to the original number then, right? That's not too bad. So I guess anesthesia has kept up pretty well. But everywhere else is 100K below that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the compensation here is way higher than most places. Especially, as we noted, in comparison with cost of living. Claim is 2.72 average per year. That seems low. So let's see here. Compensation by employment setting. Okay. Single specialty group went down by 0.7%. Ours did not. Solo practice went up. Multi-specialty group. Multi-specialty group, huh? I wonder what that is. Wonder if that's like plastics and derm teaming up, or like... I don't even know like how you would... like surgeons and family practice or something? I don't know. Huh. Industry and pharmaceutical was down. Health maintenance org. Academic was down. Poor academicians. Urgent care chain. Yeah, that's for sure. Dude, the chain healthcare places have just been absolutely brutalizing all of the people working for them over COVID. Gender pay gap. Okay, you guys ready to be depressed? Or another way to put it, are you ready to be happy you have a penis? I mean, for other reasons than just having one. Gender pay gap decreased from 28%. It's a 28% pay gap for gender. Jesus. That's so bad. Women earn nearly 110,000 less than men. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're so close to being able to vote, guys. So close to being able to vote. Show gender pay gap by specialty? They may. I don't know. Oh, hey! Look at that! You're a prophet. Let's see. OMFS is... I thought they made more than this, actually. I thought OMFS made a lot more than that. I thought they were like pushing 7 figures. I guess not. Because these guys do dental school. They do dental school, and then they do the first 2 years of med school, and then they do residency. They are crazy. Can it be from choosing to work less? Yeah, I mean, there's... Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you would have to, like, account for work status and, like, production, right? For that to, like, actually be a reasonable statistic, but still, like, just to throw that out there. That was a lot. Allergy and immunology, urology, and ophtho, all huge gaps. Nuke med, not so much. Oh, well, thank God that med peds is equalizing. Physician demand. Okay. Top 10 metros with highest demand for physicians. Tallahassee. Okay. Springfield, Illinois. That's supposedly a huge shithole, so makes sense. Yeah, like, these are all places that nobody wants to be, with the exception of Raleigh. Raleigh's really nice. And I guess Salem's probably pretty nice, too. Top 10 metros with the highest demand for locums, which I would expect that to be the same. Yeah, basically the same list. Yeah, and demand is, like, at a freaking all-time high across the board, as far as I'm aware, just because everybody freaking retired. Top 10 specialties by demand. Family medicine. Yeah. Duh. Psych, internal med. Yeah, so, like, primary care, right? Primary care is by far the most in-demand aspect of medicine. And anesthesia, again, not surprising. The way wages are skyrocketing. You just have to pay so much to get somebody in-house. Impact of overwork and economic factors. Okay. How has your clinical workload altered your career plans? I'm not overworked. 13% of people think they're not overworked. Oh god. This is extremely depressing. 2/3 of physicians are considering an employment change. Fuck. Because of overwork, I'm considering early retirement. That's over a third of physicians say they're gonna do early retirement because of overwork. Looking for another career is a sixth of physicians. Jesus. Looking for another employer. Overworked but not changing, and like what, a seventh of people? 1 in 7 say that they're not overworked. Let's see, where do I fall in this? So I am overworked, but I don't really feel overworked because I get a lot of vacation, and I'm about to have a huge quality of life improvement, like we just talked about at the beginning, doing 16-hour calls instead of 24. Like, cut the daytime hours out. That will be massive. So I guess I would be here, technically. I'm overworked, but not looking to change. What does overworked mean to me? Overworked means to me that, like, I feel stressed out. Like, I feel like I'm struggling to keep up. Which I don't. But I acknowledge, like I said, we produce more than double the national median of anesthesia, like, billing units. So we work a shitload, and we work really hard while we're there. And my hours have been upper 40s to 50 for about the past year, which is more than I would care for. So I'm somewhere between these two, and I would hedge on this. What about early retirement? Well, fuck yeah, I want to stop working as fast as I possibly can, but that's not because I'm overworked. That has nothing to do with overwork. It's just because I want to dick around. Yeah, I aggressively save. I probably, let's see. My take-home pay is what, probably 300-ish. So I save about a third of my take-home pay. Save about 100 grand every year. So I'll do my best. I will do my best to not fucking work until I die. Overwork and impact on women. Interesting. Okay. I'm not overworked. 8% of women think they're not overworked. 17% of men think they're not overworked. Because of overwork, I'm considering early retirement, looking at another career, or looking for another employer. 73% of women. So that's basically what, like, all of this, basically. Right? In peace. Oh, God. I shouldn't laugh at that. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, they included NPs and PAs? Oh, no. Oh, dude. Oh, come on. Oh, that's terrible. I thought you were making a comment about women physicians being nurse practitioners. Oh, man. Wow, why did they include NPs and PAs in this? That's freaking stupid. But yeah, a lot of them don't do shit, man. A lot of them work in the clinic and, like, peace out when, you know, the clock hits 4 or whatever. No, NPs and PAs are absolutely not considered physicians. Yeah, no, they're not. So I have no idea why they belong in this. Well, I mean, they don't belong in this survey. All right, so fuck that data. Hospital admin might think otherwise. They at least try to use them as physicians because they're cheaper, right? They do the same thing. That's fine. They do the exact same thing, and they're like half the price, you know, or a quarter of the price. What a deal! Why would you not do that? In a quest to achieve more autonomy or work-life balance, many healthcare professionals are considering lower compensation. Yeah, fair enough. Would you be willing to accept lower compensation to achieve more autonomy or work-life balance? Over a third say yes, and I already have. Over a third say yes, and I would consider it. Jesus. So 70% of people are like, yeah, I'm on it. 80% of women physicians surveyed said they would consider or have accepted lower compensation for more autonomy. 66% of PA are women, 87% of NPs are women. Look at you, man. I love your stats. Love it. Yeah, I believe that, though. Because it is flexible. You can totally do, like, most, you know, things that you want to do. Like, you don't have to go to residency, and it's way less training. Yeah, the wild gender pay gap, yeah. That probably has a lot to do with it. If they're including, you know, NPs and PAs in this. That's kind of weird. But then that would be, like... How would you choose a specialty, though? Because those are... Like, they don't have specialties. This whole PDF is pretty sus. Yeah, that definitely called into question pretty much everything in here, right? I think for gender pay they included docs. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't say they haven't said anything explicitly about, like, mid-levels in any of these other ones, but... You know, you have to wonder, right? If they were included in that other thing, like, why would these people even get the survey to begin with? That doesn't make any sense. You're not physicians. You guys are great, but you're not physicians. Yeah, yeah, including the mid-levels dilutes the data, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's completely inappropriate to include in this. I have no idea, like, that's total bullshit. Like, kind of to the point where I want to, like, send a angry message to these people, and I don't really do that. I'm not the get off my lawn kids kind of guy. But that's, like, why even bother doing this if you're gonna survey people who aren't who you're surveying? It doesn't make sense. The survey of more than 2,000 physicians, 47% they are likely to pursue a side gig. Okay. I have a side gig. That exists. 355 NPs and 168,000 PAs? Huh. I guess I never really bothered to consider how many there were. Let's see. Are you allowed to moonlight or practice outside of your employment agreement? Yes, I'm a free agent. Really, only a fifth say that, huh? Yeah, when I started my side business, like, there was zero hesitation. They were like, yeah, why are you even asking us about this? Like, I was just kind of, like, doing everybody a courtesy. I'm like, hey, do you guys have a problem with me doing this? Like, everything's separate, which sucked. Like, I have my malpractice insurance with my group, but I had to pay for my own personal, like, my business malpractice insurance, so I kept all that legally separate. And they're just like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Huh. Yes, but with restrictions, no competitors. Yeah, I guess that would probably, if I were actually doing anesthesia, it probably might have been stickier. FTC's proposed rule to ban non-competes? Yeah, I mean, non-competes are essentially unenforceable, right? It'll happen. It'll happen soon. How much was malpractice? It was like $12,000. It started at 8 and then it went up to 12 grand. That was actually kind of the deciding factor in why we just like shut down. But coincidentally, like 2 months after we canceled our insurance policy, COVID hit. So we were like, well, that was a really good idea. 65% of pediatricians are women. Yeah, that's kind of a maternal sort of specialty. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, I don't know how much my malpractice is, actually. I have no idea. It's more than that because the coverage is better. Like, I had like max of $3 million coverage, and I have $4 million at my job. I think it's I've heard the number before. It's close to 20,000. I want to say it's like 18 grand or something. Women are choosing lower paying professions. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. Well, yeah, but I think it had the gender gap broken down by specialty. But yeah, still, you know, to your point, like, if they're choosing to work less, like, they might still be full-time, but working 80%. You know, that's still considered a full-time job. So obviously, if you're working 20% less, you're going to make 20% less, or maybe even less than that. Let's see, cost of living adjustment. Oh, this is... Okay, that's over. Well, I'm pretty underwhelmed with those numbers, to be honest with you. The whole, like, inclusion of the NP and PA thing just, like, calls all of this into question. But, you know, still sort of some interesting tidbits to think about when you're talking about, like, areas of, you know, like, adjusted cost of living and all that sort of stuff. I'm glad KC made the list. Most pay per cost of living. Now you guys know I'm not just totally full of shit. I'm citing this really poorly done survey to show you that I'm speaking the truth. Who put this PDF together? It looks like it's Doximity and Curate. Let's see. Curative. So they've got a fair amount of, let's see, the AMA, lots of stuff from the AMA. Healthaffairs.org, I don't know what that is. AMC gets cited. The DHS gets cited. I mean, you know, reasonable sources for those sorts of things, you know, at a glance. But hey, look, Doximity is the leading digital platform for medical professionals. Just ask them. Since they're deleted with NP data, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's disappointing. Very disappointing, Doximity. Alright, let's continue the fruitless and futile search for this fucking belt. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight the boss real soon. I'm wasting stability. Wasting precious stability. I just want to teleport through a bunch of zombies. That's how I roll. Nope, go the wrong way anyway. Maybe I should pay attention to the map. Yeah, I don't know. That is not the most helpful exercise I've ever done. That's for sure. You're okay continuing the anti-NP and PA rhetoric? I am not anti-PA and NP at all. Like, in my mind, this like whole, you know, doctor versus mid-level thing is very overblown. But that's with the caveat that everybody who wants to be independent around here can be. Right? Like, Kansas allows independent practice for CRNAs and nurse practitioners. And I think Missouri allows independent practice for nurse practitioners. But not CRNAs. So basically anybody who wants to be, you know, practice solo can drive 30 minutes outside of the city and have a job. You know, it's really not hard. So those people just leave. But everybody I've worked with has been very pleasant. No difference between men and women, no difference between any of the degrees. It's all the same. You need an enemy. Well, you pick that battle, man. There is plenty of rage to be had on both sides, I'm sure. But yeah, I've gotten along with, I mean, as far as I know, you know, maybe there's a whole bunch of like mid-level providers who just like fucking hate me and I have no idea. But I think I've gotten along with everybody, you know, pretty well. I've never had any, like, you know, hostility because of job title or anything like that. But whatever. You know, that said, I'm a pretty, like, laid-back, non-confrontational guy. And pretty much just, like, let people do whatever the fuck they want anyway, as long as they're being safe. So, I would say if you were the uppity type, that I would be fairly easy to navigate. Because, like, one nice thing about private practice is, I mean, it's both good and bad, but, like, sometimes you just, like, kind of have to let people be independent. Like, you just have to triage. I mean, for example, when you're covering 4 operating rooms and the first surgery of the day starts at 7:30, you have 4 places to be at 7:30. So you just kind of have to pick and choose where you go. And, you know, if you've got a you know, crazy ass gonna die, you know, 85-year-old having a giant surgery that you need to prep for, you're gonna be there instead of hanging out with the 18-year-old who tore his ACL at football practice, you know? Like, that's not ideal. Everybody tries to make every anesthesia start that they possibly can. But sometimes that is just not possible. Whoa, that's a lot of spell damage. Nice. Let's see if I can make that into... So chill on hit, you say. That is gonna need to go away. This chill on hit is pretty good. Freeze multi? Meh. Poison on hit. That's probably awesome. Wow, okay. So I wonder if there's like a spell poison build that would like to have that. Man, that's pretty cool scepter. That is a pretty cool scepter. So yeah, I mean, it's heartening to see salaries increase, even though they're losing ground to inflation pretty heftily. Oh, my salary went up 3%, and inflation is 10. Oh, oh god. Yeah, our salaries need to increase a lot. Because there's one hospital in town that's just like hemorrhaging doctors. We actually took 2 of them, which is hilarious. But they just they're like, oh fuck, we'll raise your pay 20%. They were the lowest paid group. It's an academic place, so they were the lowest paid anesthesia group in the city, and I think their base pay is now like, if not the highest, one of the highest. And still nobody wants to work there because it's such a terrible place to be. But the good news is that place happens to be like 5 blocks from my house, so if I ever wanted to do some like temp work there, they're also paying out the ass for temp work, so I could tolerate being in a terrible place if I know that I'm gonna punch the clock at, you know, 5 p.m. or whatever. They're like, yeah, you guys load me up. $400 an hour, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all can stomp all over me for a week. Those grinders look weird. Yeah, they do kind of. They're a little. It's a. There's a little. You can tell this game's in beta still. Like, it's pretty polished for a, you know, small outfit sort of passion project, but there's some, you know, some polish lacking. But yeah, definitely a good game. Definitely a really good game. Also much more, like, player-friendly than Path of Exile is. You don't need a goddamn program just to play the game. A character planner program. Yeah, it doesn't fit with the rest of the visuals, right? It's kind of like, yeah. It's not instituted very well. Yeah, this is like, it's definitely probably, like, of the things that are on the market right now, it's probably the closest successor to Diablo 2. Because, like, it's like really a true hack and slash, you know, without all the, like, random bullshit that... Whoa, what's that? Wandering Spirits and Hungering Souls. Does that have a range? No. Yeah, it's rolled average, I guess. Cool. But yeah, it doesn't come with the baggage the Path of Exile has. And, like, I like a complex game, so that's actually, like, a turn-on about Path of Exile for me, but it does make getting off the ground pretty challenging sometimes. Yeah, see, I've actually never fought Maven. I haven't even bothered. I mean, my character last league was definitely capable of that, but I just didn't do it. Yeah, I'm hopeful to kind of get back in the saddle and make another pretty competitive character this time. But we'll see. See how it goes. Yeah, completing the maps in certain orders, yeah, it's not the best. I prefer just to kind of like do maps and dick around and do all the like random content that they bring with them. Mage's opulent robes. Yeah, don't really care about that, I don't think. Eh, maybe I'll shatter that. Alright, I guess this is telling me that I need to reset the echoes here, huh? Ooh, do I want to go that way? Let's see. 5 corruption. 14 corruption? My goodness. Do I want exalted scepters before I reset this? I don't know. Oh, I said I needed to fight the boss, didn't I? I should do that after this. I think I'm not getting any stability from this. Not that it really matters, because I'm not really trying to farm the end guy at all. Seal that ash gate. Vital arcane visit. Sure. Yep, I'll take that. Hey, good gosh darn. See you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. Oh, these little bitches and their lack of stunning. Eat a fat dog. Ooh, set shield. What might you be, sir? Smalley Terran Idol. Ruby Fang Aegis. Okay. Pretty good rolls. Nice. Oh, not a man of many pockets. Well, let's free up some of those pockets then, shall we? Alright. So many of these bastards that don't get stunned. There we go. Oh, what is that? What is that? I got it! I got the belt. And it's got legendary potential on it too. Oh, oh baby. That's so good. So good. Shock with lightning skills and melee fire damage. I'll pick it up, I guess. Oh, damn, that made my night. I'm gonna slap that thing on, then go fight the boss, see how it goes. I wonder if I'm gonna run out of mana like a mofo. I think I probably will, because I'm gonna be critting all the time. Casting a ton of meteors. Oh, I can't believe I fucking found that belt. Holy shit. Holy shit. Kermody's cage.
I am not a man.
I am not a man of many pockets. Alright. Actually, let's just go sell some bullshit. Melee LE damage and fire over time. Okay. I'm listening. Haste when you summon a totem. Cold light damage. Okay. Crit and health. Trash. Yeah. 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 Void damage for 4 seconds when a skill echoes. Fizz over time? that makes much sense. I'll keep that. Health regen and poison. Yeah. Actually, wait. That'd be really good for Lich, right? That'd be nice to have Lich. Alright. Let's fucking go. Will this screw me? Yeah, it's gonna remove a lot of necrotic res. Boo. Wow, I have a ton of void resistance. Where did that come from? I guess that. That. Can I switch it from anything? I guess is the question. Probably not. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. Oh. Oh god. Oh, it's so good. And it has an LP on it too. It's so good. And a high mana roll. Oh shit. Let's see. How are the other rolls? 11 mana gained. 11 mana, okay. 40% meteor fall speed. I guess I don't really care about that. It's a pretty well rolled belt, I guess, overall. Alright, let's do this. 1700 stability. Sweet Jesus. Oh man, I want to see what this does. Wow, that's a lot of meteors, and that absolutely murders my mana. Holy crap. Oh my god. That is insane. Oh, so that actually ends up being a bad thing because he heals. Oh god. Oh, that's not ideal, is it? So I wonder. That's interesting. I thought this was gonna be like the #1 boss killer option, but I guess not. Huh. Okay. Well, that certainly throws a wrench in the plans, doesn't it? I'm not sure how to deal with that. Just cast meteor all the time. It's like crit every single time and hits so much. Oh shit. Well, that is quite the conundrum, isn't it? Perhaps a conundrum that I will solve another time. Shall we go raid somebody? Let's raid somebody. Let's see if anybody that I follow is playing Last Epoch. Oh, that's loud. Okay, cool. Well, let's fucking raid Perry the Pig, shall we? He's raided me a couple times. Go say hey to him.
Oh, hey. Still on the fence?
Hey, let's watch some ads first, though. Raid channel. Perry the Pig. Let's go. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.
Hey, you can't sit on the fence.
On the Samsung side, they have folding phones and epic cameras.
You're here. God bless you, Deputy. Milkman, how's your stream today? We're complaining. Isn't that heavy song? Yeah, so the axe that I was complaining about is actually a supporter unique item. Some heavy gaming. And that dude loves playing Harvest. And he's like, min-max stacks the crap out of it. He plays it all the time. He really enjoys it. And like that's his item. I just think it sucks. That's all. It's too good. It's literally too good.